Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be doing a quick little office tour of my home office setup. Now, a very important announcement before moving forward. At the end of this video, I am doing my first ever giveaway. I'm really excited to be giving back to my audience here, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video to hear more about that. So like most of you right now, I am working from home Monday through Friday, full-time, 9 to 5, and this is my primary office setup in my work area. But on top of my regular job, this is also my editing and YouTube area, so on the weekends when I film these videos and when I edit them, all that work is done at this desk as well. And if you see anything in this video that might work for your personal setup at home, in the description below I have links to everything I talk about. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you guys is actually what's below my desk. So what I have here is a standing mat, and this is really handy if you're standing at your desk for a long period of time. I obviously have a standing desk, so when I put this in standing position, I need something below my feet to make it softer. And if you stand on just the regular hardwood floor or carpet like I have, it tends to sink in and then your feet start getting tired much more quickly. So having a dedicated mat to stand on really does help. And even below my standing mat, I have another plastic mat, and I got this because I have a rolling chair with wheels on it, and when you have a carpet floor, it's really hard to roll around, so I got that for that. Moving along, on the back of the desk here, I have a cable box, and inside this cable box are just my chargers that go up to the top of my desk, so it just kind of hides everything nice and neat. And then to the right over here, I have a Belkin power strip, and I find this to be really useful because all the outlets are spaced apart a little bit. And then on top of that, the charging cord that goes into the wall is 6 feet long. You don't have to worry about being right next to the outlet. You can actually be pretty far away and still reach the outlet. One more thing I want to note here is I have this black cable wrap that I use that goes from the bottom of my desk all the way to the top, and this makes it very nice and neat. It's really cheap on Amazon. It's a really good little hack to clean up your cables and just kind of hide the mess. Now on the top of my desk, I have quite a few things. On the left side here, I have my work laptop, and this is what I use every day for work. But I actually got a riser for the laptop, and this is great for video meetings and also just for ergonomics. Having an eye level is much better for your posture. Next to my laptop, I have a little phone stand. I use this all the time for FaceTimes and video calls on my phone. If you're talking to somebody for a long period of time, holding your phone can get really annoying, so putting it in a little mount over here makes it much easier to do. Now, one of my favorite things that I just recently got actually is a stand for my iMac. And for the longest time, I was reaching behind the iMac to plug things in. And if you have an iMac at home, you know how annoying it is to plug in a USB port or a SD card or anything like that. You have to turn the whole computer or go on the back of it. It's just not user-friendly for that purpose. So having this stand actually extends all the ports to the front. And even more so, it adds a USB-C port. So I have a late 2015 iMac, and these don't have USB-C ports. So I actually got one added because of this stand. And honestly, the biggest reason why I got this thing is because the SD card slot is now in the front of the computer. And for someone like me who's editing every single week, having to put the SD card in the back of the computer was one of those small little annoyances that I couldn't stand anymore. So I had to get something to fix that. Like I just mentioned, I have a 2015 iMac. I maxed this out many years ago, and to this day it works really well. It's a 5K display as well, so I have no reason to upgrade it right now. For me and what I do for editing, it's perfectly fine. Now, plugged into my iMac, I have a secondary monitor. It's just an old Dell display, and I'm actually using a VGA connection for this thing, so it's not even full HD, and I'm okay with that. I have no need for my secondary screen to be 4K quality or anything like that. All my primary editing is done on my 5K display, so as long as I have that, I'm good. Behind my iMac in my secondary display, I have this ring light that I got on Amazon, and it made a big difference for my video calls. So I do a lot of Zoom calls all day for work, and lighting my face makes it much clearer for the other people on the call to see me. And I also use this to light up my backgrounds in my YouTube video. It's a very subtle thing that it does, but it really does help. And the last thing in terms of my computer, I have a Logitech HD camera. And if you're like me, again, on Zoom calls or video calls all day, having an HD camera really does help. The built-in iMac camera, even to this day on the new MacBook Pros, the cameras just suck. If you are using video calls quite often during your day, I strongly suggest getting an HD camera. I also upgraded my mouse to a Logitech MX Master, and I love this mouse because of the ergonomics. But I also have a secondary scroll wheel to scroll side to side, and this makes it really cool for editing especially. I also recently got these wrist pads for my desk, and they just make a big ergonomic difference for my wrists. If you type a lot or use your mouse a lot and you feel like your arms are getting tired or your wrist is getting tired, this helps a lot for that. In terms of the desk itself, I have a fully Jarvis standing desk. If you haven't seen my review video on this desk, I'll leave a link for it down below. It's a really good desk. I strongly recommend a standing desk if you do a lot of work at home right now. And the last thing I want to talk about is my chair. I have an Ergo Chair 2 by Autonomous, and this chair has been a really good thing for my back especially. The ergonomics of this chair are amazing. You can adjust it every which way you could think of, and it's a really good price point as well. Again, I have a full review video on this chair. I'll leave a link for it down below. Speaking of Autonomous is a website you can go to buy a bunch of home office supplies. And I'm really excited to be giving away one of their standing desks or their ergonomic chairs to one person watching this video right now. Having a home office right now is super important, and I want to do my part in giving back to my audience, to anyone who may need some help upgrading their setup. To enter this giveaway, it's really simple. All I'm asking you to do is say thank you to any one of the people right now who are working during this pandemic. Most of us probably know people who are working outside every single day, whether they're healthcare professionals or essential workers. All I'm asking is you go out of your way to say thank you to those people. Once you do that, come back to this video, leave a comment down below, letting me know who you said thank you to and why. After that, go to the description. There'll be a link there where you can enter your email address so I can contact you if you win. Again, if you do win, you can choose between a standing desk or an ergonomic chair, whichever one you prefer. And lastly, be sure to share this video with anyone you think may be in need of upgrading their home office setup. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to be doing this giveaway. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below and like this video if you want me to do more giveaways in the future. Good luck to everyone entering the giveaway, and I'll see you guys next time.